you like working with the Streamlit and Python, and today we are going to expand our knowledge base with Python on financial documentation using the interactive dashboards like Streamlit. So let's start our exercise. Today we will go over two documents which we want to plot in our dashboard, and the first one will be historical stock price for dedicated stock. We are creating a new file. It's our task 7, historic price dashboard. We have a Python file, and first, of course, we start with imports. We import Yahoo Finance as IF, again shortening the name for our usage in next lines. Then we are importing Streamlit as st, same trick here, and we will import one more thing as we want to have some nice drawn dashboard. And the graph, we will import a library called matplotlib. As PLT. We see again the red highlight. Let's import this from context menu and move forward. First, we starting with initial assignment of the variable for the ticker to work with. Beautiful. Stock data. Again, our object where we will keep the data. Finance, ticker, and next we will go with what we want to get from for this data object. Historical data equals data history, and for this attribute we should provide a period for which we are wanting to, for which we want to get the data. Period equals to 1 year. Now please pay attention to this part, because Yahoo Finance for this particular attribute has dedicated values that we can put here 6 year and it can throw an error, but correct one will be 1 year. So make sure that you are going in line with Yahoo attributes. Don't worry too much. Whenever you do wrong attribute, you will see the error here when running the program. For now, for time's sake, let's just keep it correct. Now we got the data. What to do next? Let's create a dashboard. Providing a title, which will be string historical data for braces and ticker. We see that this one went out of string scope. This is an attribute which we are using with the string. Next, we are introducing the line chart. Line chart, historical data do this because in our stock price for the ticker, we are getting couple of values. Those are open price, close price, daily high and daily low, and also about the volume which was traded. So would be good to have daily high values, would be good to have daily low values to see how it changed the scope within one trading day. But for our purpose, the most relevant will be the close attribute, because we want to know what was the stock price for the trading day closure for every day within last year, every trading day. Now, we prepared all of this. Now we want to use matplotlib. We are writing a header for what we are going to use. We are using figure x is equal to plt subplot. Here we go, the with the subplots. With that, we're using the matplot library to create a figure with axis would be the day, the trading days. Next, we are using to have a plot, historical data, index, historical data, and those. And for this, we are providing a nice label for the graph. Now getting back to chart, we have what we want to display, we have the name of the chart and the data we are going to display. Now let's compile and set our axis. So horizontal for us will be the date, as I mentioned. So we're going to have a plot where horizontal axis will be each trading day, normal practice for the plots and graphs. And for vertical, which will be our Y label, it will be price. And we can clarify here USD to avoid any stuff. And the title of it will be string ticker let's go over again what we did in here. We imported necessary libraries, Yahoo Finance, Streamlit, and Plotlib. And by the way, whenever you are importing something and not using it, it will be grayed out. So if, for example, let's comment this line, you can see that it is grayed out. So we imported it. We started with assigning a value for our variable, which we are going to use to create data object, our regular practice. We mentioned what data we are going to use for which period. We created a dashboard with Streamlit, named it historical data, and we figured what attribute of the historical data we're going to use. And then we started with the plot itself. Here we're providing a title. Next we are going to introduce PLT subplots to create our custom plot. We figured what we are going to use in this plot. It will be the index for our ordered sorry, the index of the stock, the value of the stock, and the label. Now we have set the X label, which will be the label for horizontal X of our plot, as date. We set the vertical X, which will be our price. We named the plot as stock closure price over 1 year. We introduced a legend to be displayed, and then we closed all the plotting initiative with mentioning for PyPlot to display this directly in our Streamlit. So let's give it a try. Run 7 and see what we got. You can see that browser is opened and the Streamlit display. See this very funny icon which is doing everything in Olympic game scope. And here we go. We see that there is a historical data, and we see that I did an error which we will fix. It's not delay. When you want to quit with your graph, you can do Ctrl+C in the IDE. It will stop, and then just repeat the last action you performed. We can close the previous and see the historical data. As we mentioned that we need data for 1 year. It shows the data for 1 year, though we can scroll and see the granularity of change. This is our very nice dashboard and the closure price, stock price chart with the dates. You can see these are months: September, November, January, March, May, July, and September, which is in 2 days. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed our action today. Next will be in our continuous line of videos, the financial statements with the Streamlit. Enjoy your work, enjoy coding. See you at the next time.